In the last session, we have set up Oracle Database 18c software. So now we have Oracle 18c Grid Infrastructure Home, Oracle 18c Database Home setup. Before we create a rack database, we need to apply one mandatory patch to the Grid Home and Database Home. This patch is required to upgrade an 18c version grid infrastructure to 19c version grid infrastructure. So let me show you these patch details. This slide shows you patches required when you are upgrading your existing grid infrastructure to 19c. So based on your current release, you can see different patches. For example, for 18c release, you need to apply this patch 28553832. So this is a mandatory patch, compulsory patch, so that you need to apply. Similarly, for database home also, you have the patch. If your current release is 18c, this is the patch. For example, if your current release is say 11204, these are the three patches that you need to apply. So our current release is 18c, and ultimately we will be upgrading to 19c. So before we upgrade, we need to apply this mandatory patch. So let us go ahead and apply this patch now to Grid Home and Database Home. Later we will create our database and then continue with our upgrade. I have already downloaded this patch and staged on the first node. This patch has been downloaded under Grid Infrastructure base directory. User one app grid. I created a directory named patches and I have downloaded this patch here. So now let us unzip this patch first. This will extract the patch files. Alright, now this patch has been extracted and it has created a directory whose name is same as the patch ID. So this is the patch directory under which you can see the patch files. Now let us open the readme file and go through the instructions, understand the instructions and follow the instructions to apply this patch. I have already opened the patch readme file in my browser. You can see this patch is for bug number, this one for Linux 64-bit platforms. So let us follow this patch readme and I will quickly take you through the main important sections and complete these instructions. Now the first one is patch installation requirement. Patch installation requirements OPatch utility version. Your OPatch utility version must be 12 to 0113 or later. Now let us see what is our OPatch utility version. How do you check OPatch utility version? On any node, preferably on the first node, you can go to your grid infrastructure home directory and OPatch directory. So here you have OPatch utility installed. You can execute the OPatch version command. Now our installed version is 12.0.1.14. What is the minimum required version? 13. So we have the required OPatch utility. We don't need to do anything. Next, OCM configuration. The OPatch utility will prompt you for OCM um, response file when it is run. You should enter OCM response file. If you do not have OCM response file, that is ocm.rsp, then you should run the following command to create it. As the GI home owner, execute Oracle home opatch ocm bin em ocm rsp. So let us execute this um, as a grid user. So I will change to my Linux home directory home grid. From this I will execute this. Where is this installed? Grid home and opatch ocm. Let us see the full path. Opatch ocm bin em ocm rsp. Otherwise, let us change to this directory user on app, that is grid home. Under that opatch bin directory. Opatch OCM, actually it is OCM cd bin. No, it is not here also. What is the path? Opatch OCM bin. Where are we? Opatch OCM bin. All right, this executable is not there, and let us see if it is compulsory. Utility will prompt you for OCM response file. You should enter a complete path. Execute opatch OCM bin. So it is not installed under grid infrastructure home directory. Let us see, uh, this is installed under database home directory. We'll switch to Oracle user and change to product db home opatch ocm bin. So it is not installed here also. So this utility is not there, and let us skip this for now and see if this is required compulsory during patching or not. To me it looks like this is not required, uh, but this is mentioned in the readme file. So to my knowledge this is not required from 18c version. I know till 12c version OCM configuration file was compulsory. So let us move forward and continue with the remaining step. Unzip the patch, we have unzipped the patch, and then what we need to do, we have to apply the patch. We can apply the patch to both and database home. So we'll apply this patch using OPatch Auto to both grid home and database home. So you have to use this command OPatch Auto apply the unzipped patch location. So you should execute this command as a root user because this patch need to be applied to both the grid home and the database home. You should be executing this command as a privileged user. So let us do that. As a privileged user, that is a root user, change to or just change to the patch directory where we have the patch unzipped grid patches. So here we have that patch directory. Now we have to use OPatch auto utility, which is under U01 app, that is grid home, OPatch auto, apply, and the patch directory location. So it is under current directory 2883. So this is the location of the patch. So this step will apply this patch to both the grid home and the database home. So let us execute this. Alright, looks like it is bringing down all the services on the node 1 before it apply the patch. So let us wait for this patch to complete. I will pause the video now and come back at appropriate time. Alright, now you can see the patch has applied successfully. The patch has been applied successfully on node 1. Now we have to repeat this on node 2. So first copy this patch to node 2 and then unzip that and apply the patch. So we'll first copy this patch to node 2. On node 2, let me log into node 2. And switch to grid user. Go to grid base directory, which is 0 app grid. Create one directory, something like patches, and we will copy the patch file here. From node 1, we will copy now. So I am on node 1 back on node 1, and where is the patch on node 1? And you can SCP the extracted file directly, or you can copy the zip file to node 2 grid at node 2. Node 2 name is rack2. Where you want to copy user on app grid patches. All right, it's done. Now let us go to node 2 and unzip this patch. And after unzipping, now we need to apply this as a root user. So switch to root user and change it to that patch directory where we unzipped user on app grid patches and use opatch auto. The full path of opatch auto is user on app. It is installed under grid opatch and opatch auto. Apply and the patch directory location is under the current directory. So this is the location. So let it apply this patch and then we'll continue further. All right, now you can see the patch has been applied successfully on node 2 also. So this completes the patching session, and in the next session we'll create Oracle database and then we'll upgrade this entire system to 19C.